What's up, y'all?
Hey.
Hello.
You know, there's one thing I do want to say first things first. Rest in peace to Quincy Jones.
Yes.
I just found out today. That really messed me up.
Yeah.
Woke up to that this morning.
Man.
Yeah.
You know, you ever read the book 12 Notes of like Life and Rhythm? 10 out of 10 recommend. Everybody go watch that. Not go watch that, go read that. Because right now you are watching Shut Up and Listen, and we have some beautiful folks with us today. And I got my main man, Jesse Stanton.
Hey,
Talk
how's
to
it
the
going?
folks.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. I'm Jesse Stanton. I'm the local music columnist for Cascadia Daily News. The last couple years, I've done kind of a virtual panel discussion for the end of the year, and this year we wanted to make it real and get people in the same room. So we've got 6 people that know some things about local music, and we're going to chat and see where it takes us.
It's about to be a vibe. So I think let's do it like the classic icebreaker.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so you're going to say who you are, what do you do, and what's the icebreaker? What would be a superpower?
Sure. Yeah, that's a good one.
Start with you.
Me?
Oh, you just did.
I just introduced
half of it.
myself.
So what's your superpower?
What's my superpower? I always thought it would be really cool if you could just like speak every language. I think that'd be a neat superpower.
That's solid. That's solid.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, we're going to me?
Yep.
All right. Mike Nardone, DJ, KZAX, and mobile, like not mobile, but out, right? Superpower would be flight.
Oh, yeah.
I want to hang with the birds. Just chill.
All right, I am Athena DeWitt. I'm the current event manager at the Make.Shift art space. And I think my superpower would be stopping time, because in event production, that would be really helpful sometimes.
Solid.
Yeah, I'm Jenny Hagemann. I'm currently the Development and Communications Director at the Downtown Bellingham Partnership. Most people know us from Downtown Sounds. So we just celebrated 20 years of that lovely live music experience.
It was awesome.
This year. And if I had a superpower, I'd take my insane curiosity to the next level and be a fly on the wall. Yeah. Yeah.
Solid.
Listen in.
I'm Cory Blackwood. I'm the owner at Ritual Records. DJ periodically here and there, special events and stuff. Superpower, I'm going to have to go with the kind of the obvious choice, like flight. Sounds great. I feel like I could avoid traffic and get around pretty quick.
See, you know, I like that. But hi, my name's Chris Crevens. I like to make music, and I host this podcast. Teleportation, off rip. What you
That's a
mean,
good one.
bro?
Yeah.
But
It's a
not
good
like the
one.
one jumper where you got to see the picture. Well, you can actually just go anywhere. You don't got to see it before. Yeah. And I'll be okay with like teleportation, miscalculation, end up on the wrong spot. Like, goddamn. That's okay. It'll come with the territory, you know. Cool.
Should we get right into it?
Let's do it.
So we were thinking maybe the first question we'd do would be if you had a favorite local album or local release, maybe even just a song, what came out this year from local musicians that you enjoyed. Yeah.
So I know we were going. I had a couple already in my mind, and then we were gonna say we're going Bellingham. So for Bellingham in particular, I do want to give a big shout out to Pantsuit Guy, the Balcony EP. That was phenomenal. I love that. As well as my boy Rhetorician. It just dropped.
Yep.
Imprinted Rhythms. Being at that release party, he wrote a murder mystery. And that was absolutely insane.
Really
I'm talking about like 55 people. Yeah, he had everybody think I was the murderer, but I was not the murderer. So I couldn't talk the whole first round. So this is definitely a staple memory for this year. Honorable mentions though, because you know we had some Seattle. We talked earlier. Seattle folks, I got to give it straight away to Yanni. Everywhere But Always. Oh my God! If you've not heard that yet, go check that out. As well as Justin Hardin's new album.
Okay. I got to go with an old standby of mine. I've been a fan of Dryland for a long time.
Yeah.
Weekend in the Swamp, really fun album, really great. I don't even know how many times I've seen them live. They got to play my store this year, which to me was kind of a cool oh shit moment. Can we cuss on this?
Yeah.
Okay. It was a bit of a surreal moment to like have a record store where a band that I love and have seen a bunch is playing in there, and I thought that was really cool.
Like a full circle kind of thing.
Yeah. So that's definitely the album that gets a lot of replays from me.
I am really loving just the local embrace of jazz music, and the Mark Hunter Trio, I believe they released a new album this year, but I was there for at least like the launch where he wore a really cool leather jacket at Aslan Depot. And that's really, I just love that they got to celebrate 2 years of having their weekly jazz night on a Tuesday. And I'm so proud of that space and that business, but also I believe Mark Hunter, I could officially refer to as their house band. The commitment to build something on a weekday is applaudable. And it's just such a special place. So I'm proud of everything both the venue and that artist does.
I think I'm hoping it's not recency bias, but that new Duos EP that came out, the way they blend their influences is really surreal, and they're super fun live. So I'm really excited to see what they do continuing forward this next year.
Honestly,
man.
I don't know. I don't have a local. Like, I'm sorry, I don't have a local one.
Forget about it. What's your favorite album of the year?
Probably the Pete Rock Common record.
Oh, that was fire. That's
So
absolutely
it's like worldwide, right? So it counts.
Yeah, I'll give you that. We'll let you slide this time, Mike. We'll let you slide this time.
That's close to Bellingham.
Thank you. Yeah, right. I mean, it's U.S.
Yep. We had him here on the show, the Spine Readers album. To me,
Oh, yeah.
it's pretty special. Just everything, the whole story behind that. And if you haven't watched that episode, just go back and check that episode. Another one I would shout out in a jazz vein, the BJ Block Trio.
Yes.
That one I've been listening to a ton. It's kind of like, it's jazz. It's got its funky moments. It's got its spacey, weird, drifty moments. I've been enjoying that one. I mean, I'll think of a dozen more afterward, but those were a couple that came to mind. Speaking of the rhetorician, I also want to give a shout out because I think people may not realize that the Freshwater Sessions Duper Humans video that you can just stream the audio of that now.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that on its own is
That
a
was
great
really
album.
good, too, yeah.
So that was another one I wanted to kind of mention. Should we go to the Instagram comments?
Let's see what the people got to say.
Yeah, so we put these a couple of these questions on Instagram just to see what people said. The folks from the band Biff Got Killed shouted out the band Full Color Dream and their album Grouse.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy to me that group has. I mean, they did 2 albums in the space of a year, and they're already like, we're not going to play any of those songs anymore. We're going to write our 3rd album now. Which is just, I mean, the dedication there is wild. Cash Bandicoot also shouted out Rhetorician on Instagram. Abby, if you guys don't follow Abby from Open Gate Audio and from Cat Valley, her Instagram is like, she runs sound for so many shows, and she films a bunch of them and puts them on there. So it's a really good way to stay plugged in. She mentioned the Energy Pyramid.
Oh, yeah.
That just came out. So I don't know if
I
anybody.
think we were all hesitant to say that because we thought everyone was going to say
Yeah.
Honestly, I didn't know it dropped back in July. I found out like 10 minutes ago it dropped in July.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go listen tonight. I promise. I'm going to check it out. I'm going to give you a review.
Yeah. Is it fair to say that Energy Pyramid was kind of one of the phenomenons of the, like, I feel like it went from like
Out of nowhere
I
to-
hadn't heard of them to like all kinds of people are like, you got to go see Energy Pyramid.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
really fast.
I mean, you bust out a sword to play the music, so it's kind of a game changer. It's especially coming from the girl who says, "I like jazz."
But to their credit, like the I don't want to say gimmicks, but like the visuals, cool stuff wouldn't mean anything if the music,
If the music
absolutely.
didn't
right,
rock.
you know,
Yeah.
yeah, if they didn't really know what they were doing. So
The visuals just take everything to the next level.
you can't just have a crappy band and get up there with a sword and expect people to like, so.
They're out there.
I'm sure they are.
I'm like, I've known some people.
But no, what they're doing is super cool. I love it.
Yeah.
Duos too, like they've got some different stuff going on stage. And
Yeah, the weird like TV,
the TV thing,
they've been
they're
doing.
so much fun live. I really like that band.
Yeah. Well, and they got a bunch of college kids to stay all the way to the end of a show. Which
That's an impressive
is-
feat.
Yeah, like Fire Alarm is also great. They haven't,
Oh, yeah, Fire Alarm.
but most people were drawn in by them, and a lot of people stuck around, and that was it was just a great performance. It was a really fun night.
I like them a lot.
Yeah.
We'll be right back after these messages. We'd like to give a special thanks to Lost Giant Cider Company, always providing us with our cider beverages and the best of the cider beverages. Visit Lost Giant's Tap Room in the heart of Bellingham at 1200 Meter Avenue in the Haskell Business Center. It's just down the street from Lakeway Fred Meyer. Menace Brewing, located in the Fountain District, is where flavor is unleashed. It serves as a local hub of craft beer and community. Recognized as the neighborhood's premier soccer hangout, you know I love me some soccer. Menace Brewing isn't just a brewery, it's the go-to spot for sports action and local engagement. Visitors can catch the game, connect with fellow fans, and immerse themselves in the heart of the spirited community. Menace Brewing invites everyone to join them, where every visit feels like coming home. Experience Menace Brewing in Bellingham today. And welcome back.
I mean, that kind of leads right into the next thing we're going to say is what was one of the best live shows you saw?
Cat Valley, they're always so much fun. They're so energetic. They're lovely people, but like their show is just energetic and wild and accessible in a good way. And I've seen them a number of times, and I always think they're just fun as hell. Lip Stitch is another one that every time I see them, just like, God, there's just so much fun.
Yeah.
And I'm really into that right now. Like, we need some fun in music. I all for people taking themselves super seriously, and they do with their music writing and all. But when they're playing music,
serious.
you gotta kick it out a little bit, and I appreciate when they do that. So those are two at the top of my head.
Can I just piggyback on that
Yeah.
one? Cat Valley did an acoustic duo show at Wink Wink, and like I had seen them a bunch of times. I thought I knew all the reasons why I loved them,
And they did something
and then
totally
to
different.
see them play an acoustic duo show and be like, oh, also these harmonies are like incredible
Yeah,
when you get to
that's
hear it in
awesome.
that context. So
Oh, I gotta see that.
That
That's
was
cool.
Well, and that makes a lot of sense when you factor in like Whitney's solo project of Hooves and Beak, which is, I got to see it a couple times in the past year-ish. I'm not sure if that started at the end of 2023 or not, but just this like ethereal like voice with a harp and nothing else, and it's really gorgeous. Like what she's doing both in Cat Valley and when she performs solo is really something to behold. I love them.
Hell yeah.
I have to take a chance to shout out Downtown Sounds again.
I'm gonna piggyback off of you.
And remind me again, which week did you perform?
With Soul Rebels.
Yeah, okay, great. Okay, so now I'm like, I thought I was going to say Acorn Project because we were
That was the
talking
week
about
before me.
locals. And we kind of got to bring them back home, and they put on a great show. But the Soul Rebels, I think, was one of my favorite live experiences of the year. Just to see that New Orleans soul and that many horns live in the streets just felt like if there was going to be a place to do it in Bellingham, it had to be Downtown Sounds. And I'm realizing that if we're just getting this conversation started, but I'm like, I think I'm more passionate about the venue and the experience than like, or at least that's my lens. And that just felt like we had to host that party, you know? That's
great.
So,
And thank you so much for that.
Yeah.
No, thank you so much. Because I'm gonna be real biased. I mean, like, just to be a dickhead real quick. That was one of my favorite days of all time.
That's fair.
I had like my first set with the full band for like first time ever. So that was
Yeah.
sick. Downtown Sounds never played that. And so that was a feat in itself, having a band. And then I shot my shot and asked Soul Rebels, can I rap like one song with them? Met them at a sound check. They was like, all right, we'll just give you the signal. I said, what's the signal? He said, you'll know.
yeah.
I'm standing up kind of like waiting, antsy, nervous, because it's packed out now. He looks. I'm like, oh, yep, that is. Gotta go. He's like, all right, fella. What you want, 16, 18, 24, 32? I was like, solid 16, we'll call it a day, bro.
Yeah.
So then he looks at me, boom, and then that was so much fun.
Yeah, and you did it.
To be able to go back and forth and yell at the crowd and be like, dang, dap them all up. I played with them, bro. That was crazy.
Yeah.
You played with them. Rakim's played with them.
I'm saying.
Nas is played with them.
DMX is playing with them, bro.
Like,
That was
put
like,
that
bro,
on?
I
2
could
degrees
have
of separation now.
Yeah. One
go.
step closer.
Yeah, I'm biased. That's what I'm going with, bro. And thank you, Downtown Bellingham Partnership.
Yeah,
and
I
the
mean,
whole city.
Yeah.
I just host a VIP lounge. Lindsay and Craig collaborate
just
on
host.
that, but
I
yeah.
just had a host. I don't know.
Just do the heart chops.
I just do a really huge part of it.
Yep. What about AJ Suede at After Sounds?
That was fire.
That was dope.
Him and Black Skin back to back.
Yep. That was really good.
You just like bars. You just want bars. You wanted just bars. That was the show to be at.
I mean, you opened for Blue and Exile. That was dope.
That was fun.
Not to
Bellingham
again,
makes it, but
just
Bellingham
bow
makes
down
it
to
was,
you.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was good.
He said not me, but Blue and X was fire.
No, that show was fire. What I saw of you was really good.
And you were there too.
Enough.
I love you, bro. I love you, dog.
There were a couple commenters on Instagram that mentioned various after sounds.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Just
After Sounds, it got. I feel like it was dialed in this year.
Yeah, it was huge.
Also, there's so much going on. Like it wasn't just Boundary anymore. It's everywhere, and I love that. You give people the options. Like, what kind of vibe are you going for? And I feel like that was missing for a little bit. But yeah, it's established now. This year,
I think so. It was huge.
Yeah, everybody was winning.
Who's next?
I guess it's me. Mine's a little self-indulgent. I will admit, because it's like the one show I put together this year.
As you should.
I haven't like
Talk your shit.
doing most. I haven't been doing a lot of booking and stuff since I moved up here. I've only lived in Bellingham for like a little over a year. I just got into the position I got into really fast,
quick.
and I
Love
did
it.
Portland DIY stuff for a long time. And it was the bill of Yellow, who you would know. They're great. They're
All
super
too well.
sweet.
They're
So
the
easy to
best.
work with. Scenic. I swear to God, they're going to kill me if I say their name wrong on this podcast. I always want to call them Sceneric because they're like, it's scene, but generic. And then they call themselves Scenic, I think. Moon, you're allowed to smite me if I said it wrong. But like, that's a bunch of my friends and they practice at Make.Shift. And then the Portland band Nine of Swords, that's a new project from a couple of really great bands down there that I have a lot of like friends of friends involved with. So it was really fun to be able to put them up there. And then Pyrocene, obviously, any show Pyrocene's at is like a banger. Like,
I guess me. I was going to mention Bellflower at Ritual Records as part of Bellingham Exit. That was a band that I checked out their demo. I was like, okay, it's pretty cool. And then I'll go check it out. It's free. It's part of this festival. And then just walked in the door. I was like, oh, I really like this band.
Made a good decision
this
today.
band's going places.
That was the first time I'd heard them.
Yeah.
They were so cool.
Yeah. For those who haven't heard them, they're kind of indie folk rock. I mean, they played a Big Thief song, and that kind of gets you in the neighborhood of like what they're up to. Great harmonies, great like guitar solos that actually go places instead of just like show off guitar solos. I'm very excited to see where that band goes. So
go ahead. You go ahead.
I was just gonna say that guitarist had a Nels Cline sort of vibe about
yeah,
him.
totally.
And I told him that afterwards. I'm like, I don't mean that as an insult. Like, that's a huge and he was very impressed pleased because he's a huge fan. But yeah, they came out of nowhere for me, and I was really blown away by them.
Cool. We agree. It'd be awkward if you were like, no, this is
Get out.
Only a couple chords between you. Yeah.
No, I was just gonna say, like, when you check out a project from like an artist or a band and you hear it, you're like, okay, that could be all right, and then you go to the show and you're blown away. That is some of my favorite shit right there.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, now I gotta go back because now you heard the live. I love it when the live version is different as well.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, everybody hear that? Change it up live, please. We love that. The people need that. Do it for the culture. We'll be right back after these messages. Hey music lovers, want to be part of something bigger than just another music app? Check out Subjam. It's more than just streaming, it's a movement. Founded on the spirit of DIY and grassroots energy, Subjam is here to support music communities, promote free and open content, and help artists fill venues. You remember the episode where Jordan from Subjam came by and we went through the app? You gotta check it out ASAP. They're looking for passionate people like you to beta test their new iOS app and help shape the future of music. Join them by visiting subj.am/beta today. Let's make some noise together.
Binary Recording Studio is a versatile space designed to cater to all music genres. And when I say all, I mean all. If you're into jazz, rock, hip-hop, or anything in between, Binary is equipped to bring your music to life. With the expert engineering and the best setup, my boy Bob, he can capture the essence of whatever you are wanting to create and bring it, just to reality. From there, book your session today, unleash your creativity at Binary Recording Studio. But for real, my boy Bob, he will not disappoint.
And welcome back.
Yeah, I guess I'll go through some of the ones people mentioned on Instagram. Like I said, there were a couple comments about Downtown Sounds, After Sounds. Biff Got Killed mentioned the Hobby 2.0. So the Hobby, I guess, I haven't seen it yet. They've reinvented themselves a bit with, I guess, some backing tracks involved
They
and stuff. Yeah, have you gotten to?
I have seen. It's great. It's really fun.
Cool.
Their stage presence is always really good. So
Yeah.
adding this other layer is super fun.
Yeah, because they were a band when I first heard them where they on albums they would stack the guitars, and then live it was a little thin, and then they got a second guitar player to fill it out, and that was a good move. And then I guess now they're onto some new stuff too. So
Get that looper.
yeah, exactly. The Snow Globe show. Were you talking about
Oh yeah, so Snow World, they hosted
Snow World,
yeah,
yeah.
they hosted a show at I believe the Wild Buffalo back in
Yeah.
January. Snow World is a rap collective in town. This is the first year I saw them just really take off and start doing their thing. I know they've been around quite some time, so don't hate me, bro. I love you, nephew. Love you, Jordan. But yeah, no, to see them really snowball into where they're at now is pretty dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, it did.
You got it. Nailed it.
And then Abby mentioned Moth Garden, Glare Killers, String Lights.
Glare
at
Killers.
Blue Room. I haven't heard any of those
Fucking
bands
Glare
yet.
Killers, yo.
Okay. That's
Sad as fuck.
two people whose opinions I
Sad
trust.
as fuck music is so good.
Shit, I'm
Love you
missing
guys.
out.
So poorly
So
timed.
good. So good. One time they were playing at a Shrine House and they are in it really early. I went to the bar. I was like, hey man, what's the curfew here? They said, it's not curfew. I said, bro, y'all better keep going. And then we had people from the crowd come up to just do a jam with them. They're phenomenal people.
That's cool.
They're
Oh,
super
it's
dope.
really cool.
All right.
Make sad ass
That's
music.
two
and I love
people
it.
I trust. I'm going to check that band out. So cool.
Sometimes you gotta get your tears out, right? What you mean, bro?
Oh,
Feel what you feel.
absolutely. Absolutely.
What you feel. You know, crying is good for the soul.
I heard that.
You heard that? When's the last time
Yeah,
you cried?
I do that at home. I cry at home. I try to keep it at home. So
Now you gotta do.
I'm soft now. I'm old. I'm soft. I got daughters, old daughters. One's getting married. I'm soft. I cry.
That'll do it too.
Daughters don't like being called old daughters.
But when they reach their 20s, guess what? You're old now. You're not 6. You're old.
They're gonna get you.
Yeah, that's all right.
Oh, you're gonna give my oldest daughter complex a complex. Okay.
See, that's what I'm talking about right here.
Yeah.
Community.
Do we want to go on to the next one? Anybody have anything else on live shows?
I'll do a quick shout out if any of you have ever seen Drayton.
Oh, yeah.
They're babies. I
Yeah.
don't take
Yeah.
that personally, but
Right.
they're like my son's
They're
age,
young.
so I can
Yeah.
say
They
that.
kids.
They're really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they know what they're doing. I think they're going to be pretty impressive in the next year or two as they keep working on this stuff. I've seen them a few times and they're really fun. That Northwest Punk Festival that Time and Materials had. I was at that one. That one was good. That was a super fun event. August, maybe?
What the?
I DJ'd between every band, and that was really cool. I was standing right in front of a PA, so
It was cold and
it was
rainy,
chilly.
right?
I got a tattoo. I got a mohawk. It was like
Detour.
yeah.
What's it called?
The Northwest Punk Fest.
Yeah, Time and Materials in their courtyard. It's their second year that they did it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they did it at Schwein House last year, and didn't go as smoothly. And Time and Materials kind of has a perfect spot for something like that.
It's an amphitheater that'll.
Yeah, you're surrounded on
Yeah,
3
yeah.
walls by like concrete, so it was really sick. Really fun time. And then punks they all look tough, but they're all the nicest little.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was really fun too. So yeah, it was great.
You'll have to show me that later.
Yeah, I'll show it to you. It was really
It's
good.
the folks from Warp Detour, which is a
Yeah.
punk cover
Oh,
band,
yeah.
but they're like, we know people will come and see us because we're a cover band, but we're going to use that to
They brought in a
platform
bunch
some
of stuff. They
bands
brought
that-
in a band from Hawaii that I apologize, I'm drawing a blank on their name, and they were sick. It was really fun. And then Warp Detour, they covered, I think, Punk and Drublick by NoFX as like their whole show, and that was really cool.
I have like one brief other shout out for Fire Alarm. At the last show they did, the front person was having some health complications and couldn't be the front person, and was still like the most participating audience member the whole time, and had a bunch of their friends go like do like 3 to 4 songs at a time.
Oh, wow.
It was really cool.
That's love.
Yeah. It was actually like really like touching, actually, just to see like the community they can build around themselves.
You want to say something, or you want me to?
I don't know.
Okay.
Standoff.
Thanks for joining us on this episode.
Shut up and listen.
We're gonna break this one into 2 episodes, so we'll be back. In your world, it'll be maybe next week or something. But we're gonna
We're gonna
this
fly to
conversation.
Japan and come back, and we gotta go assess some other local shows over there. See how they compare to.
Well, we're
Bellingham.
gonna fly. You're gonna transport yourself, and we'll take them with us because
I'm
that's
just
our
gonna walk.
superpower.
Yeah.
Superpowers.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And I can translate when we get there.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
Full circle. I'll be quiet. I'll catch up next time. We'll see you next week.
Thanks again for tuning in to Shut Up and Listen. For more captivating content, including videos, articles, and everything music related, visit our website at shutupbeham.com. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button wherever you get your podcast and join the conversation by following us at Shut Up and Listen Beham on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Shut Up and Listen is proudly produced by Rocket Soul and Binary Recording Studio. Stay tuned for more fantastic episodes.